Have you ever felt something strange in your legs but assumed it was just a part of getting older? Swelling that won't go away, pain after walking short distances, or dark patches that suddenly appear. These silent signs often go unnoticed, but your body always tries to warn you before something more serious happens. The truth is, poor circulation in the legs reveals much more than a simple discomfort. It can be the first warning that your heart is struggling, or that your arteries are slowly closing without you realizing it. Ignoring these symptoms is a risk no man your age needs to take. In this guide, you'll understand what each of these signs really means. When swelling is a red flag, what those dark spots are revealing why some foot wounds just won't heal, and what's really behind that pain you feel just walking to the mailbox. More than just information, this is a clear roadmap to help you know when it's time to act, and how small daily habits can protect your health before things get worse. Because you still have a lot of life ahead with freedom, strength, and dignity, and it all starts in your legs. But it ends in your heart. Do your legs feel heavy at the end of the day? Or do you notice your ankles getting swollen even when you haven't walked much? While mild swelling can seem normal with age, there are moments when your body is trying to warn you that something more serious is going on. If the swelling appears suddenly, only in one leg, or comes with pain, warmth, or redness, it could be a sign of a blood clot, something that needs immediate medical attention. This type of condition is dangerous because the clot can travel to the lungs and cause a pulmonary embolism. Another important warning is swelling in both feet and ankles, especially at the end of the day, that doesn't go away with rest. When this happens often, it may mean your heart is struggling to pump blood properly. Doctors call this congestive heart failure a serious condition, but one that can be managed if caught early. You should also be alert if the swelling is accompanied by shortness of breath, extreme fatigue, or deep marks left by socks on your legs. These are all signs that your body is retaining more fluid than normal, which can overload organs like the heart and kidneys. The most important thing is not to ignore it. Sometimes the body speaks softly before it starts shouting. If you feel that something is different, even if it's just a light, unusual swelling, it's worth tracking it, writing it down, and talking to a professional. And remember, small changes in your routine, like lowering your salt intake, doing light stretches, elevating your legs while resting, and walking a bit each day can help a lot. But if the swelling is constant or getting worse, don't wait. Your body deserves attention. And you deserve to live with more lightness, including in your legs. Have you noticed the skin on your legs turning darker, discolored, or developing a brownish tone? Sometimes it starts near the ankles and slowly moves upward. It might seem like just a cosmetic issue, but pay attention. This change in color can be a serious warning sign. These patches often mean your blood isn't circulating properly, especially through your veins. When the valves in your leg veins weaken, blood struggles to return to the heart. It starts to pool in the lower legs, causing pressure and breaking tiny blood vessels. That's when the dark spots appear, known as venous stasis hyperpigmentation. Over time, this condition can get worse. The skin may become more sensitive, harden, or even develop ulcers that take a long time to heal. All of this points to compromised circulation, and that directly impacts heart health, since the venous system and the heart work together. Other symptoms that may come along with this discoloration include swelling in the legs at the end of the day, constant itching, heaviness, or tingling. If you've noticed one or more of these signs alongside the color change, it's best to consult a doctor. The good news is, with daily care, you can improve circulation and prevent the condition from getting worse. Elevating your legs for a few minutes, wearing compression socks, and going for light walks help a lot. And of course, keeping your blood pressure in check, cutting down on salt, and staying hydrated are simple yet powerful steps. Your skin speaks. And when it darkens around the legs, it's a silent signal that something inside is asking for attention. Taking care of those patches isn't just about appearance. It's about protecting your heart too. Have you noticed a wound on your foot that just won't heal even after several days? Or maybe a crack in the heel that keeps getting worse no matter how well you care for it? When a wound takes too long to heal, your body is sending a clear message. Something deeper isn't working right. Chronic foot wounds are one of the most dangerous signs of poor circulation. The blood that should carry oxygen and nutrients to the skin isn't reaching it properly. Without this supply, the skin can't repair itself and the wound stays open, exposed, and sometimes infected. This type of symptom is common in people with diabetes, uncontrolled high blood pressure, or narrowed arteries in the legs. Poor circulation weakens the skin's natural defense and slows the healing process. In more severe cases, it can lead to tissue death or even amputation. That's why a simple wound can become a much bigger problem if ignored. But how do you know when it's serious? Pay close attention if the wound hurts even though it looks small, has dark or dry edges, releases fluid with a bad smell, comes with swelling, redness, or warmth around it. These are all signs that require immediate medical attention. Waiting to see if it gets better on its own can be a costly mistake. Now for the good news. With some simple habits, you can prevent a small wound from becoming a serious issue. Check your feet daily, especially if you already have circulation problems. Keep the skin moisturized, avoid walking barefoot, and wear comfortable shoes. And never ignore injuries, no matter how small they seem. Your body needs care. And taking good care of your feet is, in truth, taking care of your heart. Because if blood isn't reaching your feet properly, that means your heart is under strain too. Do you feel pain in your legs after walking just a short distance, like going from the living room to the kitchen or taking a short walk around the block? Many people assume this is just part of aging, but in reality, it could be a serious sign that your blood isn't flowing as it should. This kind of pain has a name: claudication. It happens when your leg muscles don't get enough oxygen during movement. Why? Because your circulation is compromised. The arteries that should be carrying blood from your heart to your legs are narrowed or blocked, and your body responds with pain. The problem is that many people ignore it. They think it's just regular tiredness or natural weakness from getting older. But it's not. Claudication is one of the first signs of peripheral artery disease, which is directly linked to heart problems. People with PAD have a much higher risk of heart attack and stroke, so this pain is actually a cry for help. The classic symptom of claudication is simple. Pain appears when you walk and goes away when you stop. It's like your muscles are shouting, "I need more blood." And when you rest, the flow improves briefly and the pain fades until the next time you walk. If you feel this, don't ignore it. Your body is giving you a clear warning. The good news is that with lifestyle changes and sometimes medical support, you can make real improvements. Walking regularly, quitting smoking, improving your diet, and managing your blood pressure can make a huge difference. And here's the key: the earlier you act, the better your chances of restoring circulation and avoiding complications. Pain while walking isn't just a muscle issue, it is your heart showing signs of stress. Listen to what your body is telling you. Pain isn't just discomfort, it's language. And in this case, it's a powerful warning that could save your life. Imagine the arteries in your legs as highways carrying blood full of oxygen and nutrients. Now picture those highways getting blocked, narrower, and harder for blood to pass through. That is exactly what happens when the arteries in your legs start to clog, and the consequences can be dangerous. This condition is called peripheral artery disease. It occurs when fatty plaques build up along the inner walls of the arteries, reducing blood flow. And the problem isn't limited to your legs. People with PAD also have a higher risk of heart attack and stroke, because what's happening in your legs could also be happening in your heart and brain. The first warning sign is usually pain while walking, which goes away when you stop. But over time, things can get worse: strong cramps, numbness, tingling, and even wounds that don't heal. In severe cases, the skin on the leg may darken, toes may feel cold, and there's a real risk of tissue death and amputation. It sounds frightening, and it is. But what's even more dangerous is that many people only seek help when the symptoms become extreme. That's why paying attention to your body's signals is so important. If you feel pain in your legs after walking a short distance, if your feet are always cold, or if wounds take too long to heal, it's time to talk to your doctor and get your circulation checked. And the good news? Yes, there is treatment. And the earlier you start, the better. Simple changes like walking regularly, lowering your blood pressure and cholesterol, quitting smoking, and eating a heart-healthy diet can make a huge difference. Blocked arteries don't happen overnight, but when they start sending warning signs, that's the time to act. Taking care of your leg circulation is taking care of your entire body, especially your heart.
Watch this video now, it will be useful to you. Let's go, believe in me. Don't miss this chance.